Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue the book of Proverbs. I finished the first part of chapter 15 and move on to the second part of chapter 15. And just the reminder, start from chapter 10. It says Proverbs of Solomon. Actually, at the beginning, it's also mentioned it's the book. The purpose for this for the book of Proverbs is the Solomon, son of David, but this starts from chapter 10, also titled with this Proverbs of Solomon. So I'm going to read it, the second part of chapter 15. I'm going to read it first. The way of the sluggard is blocked with thorns, but the path of the upright is a highway. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish man despises his mother. Folly delights a man who lacks judgment, but a man of understanding keeps a straight course. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisers they succeed. A man finds joy in giving an apt reply, but how good is a timely word? The path of life leads upward for the wise to keep him from going down to the grave. The Lord tears down the proud man's house, but he keeps the widow's boundaries intact. The Lord detests the thoughts of the wicked, and those of the pure are pleasing to him. A greedy man brings trouble to his family, but he who hates bribes will live. The heart of the righteous weighs its answers, but the mouth of the wicked gushes evil. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of righteous. A cheerful look brings joy to the heart, and the good news gives health to the bones. He who listens to a life-giving rebuke will be at home among the wise. He who ignores discipline despises himself, but whoever heeds correction gains understanding. The fear of the Lord teaches a man wisdom, and humility comes before honor. Humility comes before honor. So this is the second part of chapter 15. I think it's a lot of, really practical, some of them. But some of them need a true understanding. The way of sluggard is blocked with thorns, but the path of upright is highway. It's saying the folly and not diligent. And the path of upright is highway. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish man despises his mother. I think this is mentioned many times. It's a relationship between parents and children. In terms of which son or who is wise, who is not wise, I think it's not anybody's judgment. It's really beyond anyone to judge who is wise, who is not wise. Everything's really in the heart, and that heart is only known to the God, the belief. Folly delights a man who lacks judgment, but a man of understanding keeps a straight course. So this is saying that understanding and also the folly is lack of judgment, and the understanding always keep the course straight. This is talking about the worldly wisdom, how to live a straight, live a life with the straight course. I think that's really, it's challenging for everyone. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. This talk about listening to the others. First of all, whom you're listening to, who are your advisors, and also what time you should listen, what time you should make decision judged by your own wisdom. This is also, I think, beyond what I can tell, and beyond the word written. It's practical and also it's individualized and depends on the situation and the time. A man finds joy in giving an apt reply, and how good is a timely word? Prompt, and also the in terms of time, seizing the opportunity to speak and also to act. And this is also another really important to seek wisdom. Who has the wisdom to speak or act in time fashion? I think that's very important. and also appropriate. The path of life leads upward for the wise, and to keep him from going down to the grave. Again, this says leads upward for the wise. If the person with wisdom and the path of life will lead upward and keep him from going down to the grave. So this is a saying, rowing boat against the flow. A lot of time we just yield to the inner, I think it's ego, or less than, even lower than that, just let it take easy path, but that's not the right way. Have to find a way to lead upward, I think, instead of just going down. Follow the flow. The Lord tears down a proud man's house and keeps the widow's boundaries intact. Humble, modest versus the proud and the boasting. The Lord detests the thoughts of wicked, and those of pure are pleasing to him. Simplicity versus the wicked schematic plot. The greedy man brings trouble to his family, but he who hates bribes will live. So this is talk about the luxury and also the simple life. We all like luxury. It's not saying luxury is evil, but just the way to get into luxury is, I think that's the wisdom call for everyone. The heart of righteous weighs its answer, but the mouth of wicked gushes evil. This happened, I think, the random tongue or tight tongue, what you talk, when to talk, whom you talk to. I think this is also really the wisdom beyond what the word can say, beyond what I can tell. The Lord is far from the wicked, but the hearts, he hears the prayers of the righteous. Again, see, I think the wisdom starts with fearing the God. I think mentioned many times, either in the Psalm or wisdom. So this is talk about those who pray all the time. If you pray all the time, probably your heart will summon and seeking the wisdom. A cheerful look brings joy to the heart, but good news gives health to the bones. So this is, of course, the happy, always comfort. This is also, I think, it's practical. A lot of time we feel either fear or stressed. I think at this time probably the happy word, even though it probably not bring anything real, but still can cheer the heart. That's also important. He who listens to life-giving rebuke will be at home among the wise. He who ignores discipline despises himself, but whoever hears correction gains understanding. So this is saying the same. Listen to the other wise and listen to the discipline, and do not think all the rebukes are against you. Sometimes the rebuke and also the discipline is good for you. You just need to find that words from the right person for the right cause and at the right time. The fear of the Lord teaches a man wisdom, and humility comes before honor. So this talk about the humble and also fear of the God. So this is the second part of chapter 15. It's deeper than the written words. I think a lot of time, especially during the practical along the life of real. But I think the fundamental principles like humble versus boasting or arrogance, or cheerful versus sorrow, anxious, and also righteous versus the wicked, and also the straight and diligence versus wicked and lethargic or sluggard. So this is about the second part of chapter 15. I'm going to stop here. I hope that you can read, interpret in your own way. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.